If you ever wanted to add file uploading to your forms inside of Framer, well, today's your lucky day, because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do exactly that easily in just a few clicks. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go to framerforms.com and get your account, which is a tool that lets you build unlimited and custom forms inside of Framer. And then all we need to do is go ahead and copy these components that we need and start styling our form. So all I need to do is paste this component in here, and let's put it inside a frame, and let's set the width to be 600 pixels, and we'll call this form, and we'll drag our input field inside of there, and let's turn layout on so everything stays aligned. We'll set the height to be auto, and we'll just style our form just like so. So I want a input field here, which we'll use for someone's name, and we'll change the placeholder to say name. We'll add another one here, which will be for email. So we want to make sure it validates the email address, and we'll add one more so someone can leave a message. So I'm going to add a text area here, and we'll change this to be message, and the placeholder can be leave your message. And let's just get rid of this background here. And now let's add our file uploading component. So let's copy that from Framer Forms and let's paste that inside our form here. And we'll just drag this down the bottom and we'll style it like so. So let's set the width to be 100%. Let's add some height on this so someone can quick and easily drag and drop something into this box. And we might need to make this frame a little bit bigger as well. So if we set that to auto and maybe change the width so everything else gets contained within. And then I'm going to style my form a little bit more. So let's say we want to update the copy here to say drag and drop to upload. Great. Let's change the styling of the icon here. Let's actually remove the background a little bit and let's add a border so it looks a little nicer. And I think it would be cool if we did a dashed styling here, and let's increase the width of that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's also update the font here. So let's make it a little bit more bold. And if I want to update the image, I could do so inside of here as well. Okay, and that looks pretty good. And lastly, I need to copy my submit button, go back to my project and paste that into my project. So we have a way for someone to actually submit this form data. And again, we'll style this like so. So let's set the width to be 100%. Maybe the button can be slightly bigger, and let's change the background color on this too to be something a little bit more interesting. Okay, this looks pretty good. Now we actually need to configure some more details so I'm collecting the right information. So the most important thing with these input fields here is to make sure that each of the names have a unique ID. So when we actually send that to a form provider in a minute, that we know what fields are what. So this one's message, and then for the file uploading, we can tweak this as well. So obviously it's got a unique ID, which we're just calling file upload. We can set it to be required or not. And we can also set the type of files we want someone to upload. Now, by default, the max file size for file uploading is up to 50 megabytes. That means we could do any sort of file mostly, as long as it's not too big. So any sort of like images or PDFs or documents should totally be fine. And let's just change the type of this to be images just for now. But if I do want to do something custom, so say if I just wanted people to upload a PDF, I can set that within here as well. But for now, let's just save it as you can upload any image. And the last thing I need to do is configure my submit button. So actually control where the form is going to go once someone presses this. So we can redirect them to a separate page. So let's just redirect them to a blank page for now. And this is probably the most important part. So under the submit URL is where we can send our form data almost anywhere. So whether we want to send it to Zapier, FormSpree, MailChimp, any of the tools, we just need to go and find that post URL that we can input into Framer here. So if you're looking for a real basic way of doing this, I recommend FormSpree. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. There's a lot of free plans that they've got. I think you can have up to 50 submissions a month for free, and it's really easy. So all I would do is go and create a new form, and let's call this my contact form. And let's create a form here. And all I need to do is copy this link here, go back to my Framer project, and inside that submit button component, I'm gonna paste that URL. So now if I go to my published website, and if we try to fill out my form, so I can put in my name, I can put in my email, I can put in my message, and then I can also upload a file here as well. So let's find a PNG from my desktop. Okay, great. I'm gonna open that and you'll see it's uploaded. And then if I press on submit, you'll notice it's redirected me to that / page. And now if I go back to FormSpree here and just refresh, you'll see we've got a new submission here. So if I click on submissions, you'll see that I have all my information here. And this file actually uploads as a image, and that image just sits as a link, so it's really accessible to download wherever you are. And that's all you need to do to add file uploading to your Framer forms. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel because we're putting out more Framer tutorials every single week. And again, if you do want this custom form solution, just go to framerforms.com and pick up your copy today. Until next time, I'll catch you later.